The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Okay, hey everybody, welcome to tonight's webinar. I have the pleasure of having Matt Clark and Jason Katzenbach on with me, and I'm really excited to talk about Amazon. And my name is Dory Friend, and if you don't know who I am, I've been selling online since about 2000, and that is dinosaur years in internet marketing. And I have a multi-million-dollar business myself, but these guys top that, and their students are coming up into those realms. So I want to first introduce Matt because this is really amazing stuff. He's an entrepreneur that has built 3 multi-million-dollar companies by the age of 25. He's helped thousands of entrepreneurs build businesses and is the leading expert in selling physical products on Amazon. He's created an amazing community of students building businesses with what he's about to teach you. You're not going to believe some of the results his students are getting. He's been featured on Forbes, Business.com, and Under 30 CEO, and countless of other presentations. And today, he's going to be teaching you the secrets behind the over 100 million in sales by his students in just the past 2 years. The strategies and tactics he's about to share with you are working right now online. He's helping people who have never had success before online fulfill their wildest dreams and create wildly successful businesses. So when he starts taking notes, when he starts talking, I would recommend getting that notepad out and take notes. And then there's his partner, Jason Katzenbach, who is an accomplished serial entrepreneur who built his first $1 million company back in 2005 and then repeated this multiple times since then by focusing on selling both information e-based products and physical products. A world-class business trainer who has taught tens of thousands of students that have gone on to generate hundreds of millions of dollars. He is a person who truly believes in the power of working hard to make this world a better place through helping others. And because of that, has been able to create an amazing online community of passionate, forward-thinking entrepreneurs who are achieving spectacular results. And I mean spectacular. Absolutely freaking incredible. And today with Matt, they're going to be sharing with you the strategies that they have that have transformed thousands of students' lives and helping and inspiring to create successful world-class businesses of their own. So take it away, Jason, Matt. Glad to have you guys on.
Well, thank you very much, and we're honored to be here. We always a privilege to share, and we just really love sharing all this information because it's made such a difference in so many people's lives. And for any of you that don't know us, we've been doing this now well, I've only been doing this now for about a year, selling on Amazon. And the reason why I was able to do it so well so quickly was because of Matt. And really what happened was, as Dory said, in 2005, that's when I was first able to create my first $1 million business, and I was focusing purely on SEO and affiliate marketing. And in fact, me and Dory were kind of competitors back in the day a little bit. We were both, names in the SEO
Yes,
industry.
we were.
Um,
Yes, we were.
yes, we were. And for years, I just kept doing that same business model. But then 2 years ago, I met Matt in a mastermind group, and I was blown away because, I'm busting my butt off working hours upon hours every day. I'm 39 years old at the time, and all of a sudden there's this 24-year-old, kid to me at the time telling me how he's making $100,000 a month, and he really only spends a few hours a day on it. I couldn't wrap my head around it whatsoever. And so I started asking him tons and tons of questions. And I was, completely surprised with how willing he was, to share all this information. And one of the things that he was really open about was how Amazon is so huge. He loves sharing about it because he just, he does not see any way he could ever create enough competition to ever worry about it. So, he's like, I love sharing this stuff. So he was able to teach me in 4 months so that well, let me back up. I should say he was able to teach me, and within 4 months, I went from because of my skill in marketing that I've learned over the years based on all the experience Matt had. And so now we've been able to combine all of that to really put together this phenomenal course. But one reason I really want to emphasize this for everyone is pay attention closely when we start this presentation. Matt is going to share a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be here in the background answering questions in the Q&A, and I already see a lot of people, Victor, Brent, George, Terrence, Tom, saying hi and asking questions. So I'm going to be back there taking questions, and we're going to actually have a Q&A time, but we're going to let Matt do a presentation. And I need to assure everyone this is 100% live. It's 8:07 p.m. about right now, Eastern time, or yeah, 8:07 Eastern time. This is not recorded. This is a totally live presentation. Now, before we get started, I'm going to do just one little maintenance thing. I realize I should have did this off the bat. If you could just put yes, Jason, in the Q&A box so I know you can hear me loud and clear, that would be great. So I know everyone's yes, Jason. Okay, so I got Kay, Gary, Margaret, Mark, Brent, Terrence, okay, tons of people. Excellent. And from the UK, Simon, nice to have you here. All right, Matt, maybe you could say hello, and we can ask everyone if they can hear you as well.
Hey everybody, Matt Clark here. If you could do the same thing in the Q&A box, put yes, Matt, if you can hear me loud and clear, because I'll be taking it away pretty quickly. I want to make sure sound is all good. All right.
We got Chad, Stephen, Kay, and I see we got people from Turkey, Australia, India, all over the place. And yes, Roberto, we see you are here. That's awesome. So great. All right, Matt, so I'm going to just let you take it away from here, buddy.
Thanks, Jason, and thank you very much, Dory, for having us. And thank you to everyone who has decided to join us. This is, I guess it's Thursday, so join us on this Thursday night. We are going to try to deliver the best value we possibly can in the time we have here. So make sure you clear everything out of your desk, out of your mind, off your computer. Get ready to take notes, because not only are we going to teach you, because I know some of you all may already know something about this business. Some of you all may already have seen some of the videos we've been releasing on how to do some of this stuff. But some of you haven't. So we need to make sure we quickly run through what exactly business model we're talking about. So then we get to the real meat of this thing, which is something that's going to be absolutely awesome. 20 red hot products you can sell right now on Amazon that you understand how to use those products to build a business like we have, like so many people we've taught have. Each one of these 20 products has been hand-picked by me as products that if I was looking to jump into a new product on Amazon right now, I would pick one of these, using everything I've learned about selling on Amazon, everything I've learned from doing it myself, teaching people like Jason and lots of other people. Each one of these products can make at least $1,000 a day, $30,000 a month. That's the value of picking the right product. So you're going to get 20 of those, but we're going to quickly run through to make sure you know the exact business model and how to use those 20 products. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So some of you all may have seen this before, but just to sort of so you can know where we're coming from, as you can see from these partial year screenshots from just last year, I've done over $3 million just last year on Amazon. Jason, over $2 million, nearly $2 million last year selling on Amazon, and that was his first year of operations. We have students doing up to over $7.8 million every single month right now in revenue. Our students, $7.8 million a month every single month right now, using exactly what you're about to learn. So here's what to do right now. Make sure you get rid of distractions. Get ready to take notes and start asking questions. You all have already done a little sound check in the Q&A box, so you know where that's at, but it's right on your right-hand side in the GoToWebinar panel. Go ahead and start asking questions in there. Jason's sitting behind the scenes. He'll be answering a whole lot of those while I'm talking here, but then we're going to have a live Q&A session at the end of this webinar. So make sure you stick around all the way till then. That's really your chance to ask any question you want. So go ahead and start pumping those in there now or throughout the webinar. And make sure you stay all the way till the end. Trust me, you do not want to miss some of the stuff at the end. So today we're going to be talking about Amazon. Amazon is one of the biggest businesses in the world, but as you'll learn in a few seconds, they're growing like a startup. Here's a chart of Amazon's growth in billions of dollars over the past few years. 2009, $24.5 billion in revenue. 2010, $34.2 billion. 2011, $48.1 billion. 2012, $61.1 billion. Then from 2012 to 2013, they grew 20% to $74.5 billion. They are growing like a startup, but they're one of the biggest companies in the world.
Muted.
So I'm going to do something over here real quick. Analysts predict that either this year, 2014, or next year, 2015, Amazon will do $100 billion in annual revenue. They are growing like crazy. Most people don't even know this is happening. That's why there's such a massive opportunity using Amazon right now. Amazon is doing over $6 billion every single month right now. Amazon, this is a quote from TheVerge.com, Amazon is the only unstoppable monster in tech today. That's comparing to Apple, to Facebook, to Google, etc. Amazon is the only unstoppable monster in tech today. So here's how Amazon grows, because this is going to help you understand where the biggest money to be made from entrepreneurs like you and I is right now on Amazon. They grow through advertising, like a lot of companies. They do a lot of online advertising. They grow by more people buying on Amazon. More people buying on the internet, period, especially for physical products, but more and more people are wanting to buy from one place, and that one place, and the only place, is Amazon. And they grow through innovation. They add a Kindle device, and then all of a sudden, they have a whole new base of customers, not just buying related products to that, but also buying everything else on Amazon. But the fourth way they grow has been their primary method of growth ever since the beginning, by adding more products to sell to its customers, by increasing its product selection. If it didn't do this at the very beginning, they'd be the world's greatest seller of a single book. But they knew that to grow and to become a big player and a bigger company, they needed to sell every book on the planet. Then they did the same exact thing with every other physical product on the planet. They needed to increase product selection, and that's the main way they grow. Now, the main way that you're able to list products on Amazon or sell products that are already on Amazon is using what's called Amazon Seller Central. If you just Google Amazon Seller Central, you'll find it right there, and you can get started and you can start selling products. Now, the version that you want to choose is the professional account. It's free for the first month, $39 a month after that, but it's the one you need, the individual one, very limited. Don't want to waste your time with that. This entire account to be able to sell products on Amazon takes about 5 minutes to set up, and then you're up and running. So once you get this account set up, you start getting paid every 14 days, starting the 14th day after you set up the account. So if you set up the account today, you started making sales, within 14 days, you would have money coming to you from Amazon. One of the ways you get paid by Amazon, you can either get paid by check or bank deposit. Now, if you're getting paid by bank deposit, for Amazon.com, which is where we recommend you sell, Amazon has other country sites, but Amazon.com is really where the bulk of the volume is. You can use a local bank account if you're in the US, the UK, now Canada, Australia, a lot of places in the Eurozone, Hong Kong, and a few other countries that you can just use a regular local bank account. But if you're not in one of those countries, no problem whatsoever, because there's services like these that are very inexpensive. They function essentially like a PayPal, but it's called Payoneer, and it allows you, no matter where you're at in the world, to be able to receive payments when you sell on Amazon. So no matter where you're at in the world, you can do this business. And just a quick side note, even if you're in an affiliate restricted USA state, doesn't apply to selling physical products on Amazon. That's only for their affiliate program. So now there's two ways to sell. First, you can sell existing products. You can set up an account in 5 minutes and go find products and list them, if assuming you have a supply of them. But the problem with this is that you're all competing for what's called the buy box. So these 57 people are all fighting to be the person that gets the sale when somebody clicks this add to cart button, because only one person's going to get that sale. And it's kind of an algorithm how Amazon determines who gets in that buy box. And in that algorithm, one of the top ways, and probably the most important way to get in the buy box as often as possible, is by dropping price. So everyone's selling the same products, everyone's dropping price, nobody's making any margin. This is why you do not want to sell existing products. What you want to do is find products that are on Amazon that are selling well and create your own version of them. The best word for this is private labeling, and you'll see a few examples of what that means. So as you can see by the little red circle here, one seller. There's only one seller of this product because it's their own brand. Nobody else can sell this thing. They are the only seller because they own the brand. This is the position you want to be in so that you get 100% of the sales and have huge margins whenever you're selling on Amazon. So here's how to private label in case you're not familiar with this. A lot of us, I came from an e-commerce background selling other people's products, which is why I'm so adamant about not selling other people's products because I know the downsides. Jason, Dory comes from an SEO background. Jason comes from an SEO affiliate marketing background. A lot of people are not used to selling physical products. Don't let it overwhelm you. Extremely simple. All you have to do is think like a consumer. This is how so many people we've taught that, we have people that are 70 plus years old doing this business. They don't know anything about online marketing or SEO or affiliate marketing or any of that kind of stuff, even how to set up a website. Because all you have to do is be able to think like a consumer to do this business. And you'll learn that that's true very, very quickly here. So look at these two products. They're both silicone baking mats, just a basic little kitchen item, little baking mats, made for cookies and whatnot, made out of silicone. And they both sell very well on Amazon. And these products are two different versions of essentially the same thing. A little bit different color, chopped off corners, but the main differentiator is the logo in the corner. Somebody went and saw one of these products selling and was like, hey, supplier, I'd like you to go ahead and put my logo in the corner. And then all of a sudden they have their own brand of this product. This is all that's needed to create your own brand, because when you go to that supplier and you're like, hey, I want to sell this, I want to put my logo in the corner. They're like, okay, no problem. We have dark red, light red, we have chopped off corners, square corners. You just pick like a menu which options you want, and then you have your own brand of this product. So then take a look at these two. Both biotin, which is a very basic nutritional product. They're both 5,000 micrograms, both 100 capsules, so they're essentially the same exact product, two different brand names, two different labels, and they have two different bottles. But other than that, they're the same exact product. All you would do is go to the supplier and say, hey, I want a 5,000 microgram, 100 capsule biotin. Here's a little label design and logo that my designer created. You can obviously hire designers on any typical outsourcing site, such as elance.com or 99designs.com. If you just go to the supplier and say, here's my label, here's my my logo, what bottle options do you have, what colors do you have, they'll let you know that. You pick which ones you want, and that's it. Then you have your own brand of this product. But the reason we say, private labeling is really the best term to describe this, even though it's slightly different, because of things like this, because this is another way you can do this. This same deal, different kind of bottle, different kind of label, different font, different brand, and all that sort of stuff. But they did something a little bit different. Theirs is 120 capsules. So their big differentiator, so it's not exactly the same product, and quote-unquote private labeling is not exactly true, but they have just a slightly different product, but really no additional work. All they did was say, hey, supplier, here's my label, here's my logo, what bottle options do you have? Oh, by the way, everyone else is doing 100 capsules, I want 120. That's it. So they have a unique product, and they also have their own label, their own brand of the product. This is everything that's involved in creating your own brand of any product on the planet. And take a look at this. This is the third example. This is a yoga towel. Very, very basic product that sells very well on Amazon, a yoga towel. And if you want to create your own brand of this, you got a few different options. You can put your logo in the corner of it, like the silicone baking mats, or you can do what this company did. They just had the manufacturer put a little piece of paper wrapping around there, and it has their logo on it and a little bit of text. Then they have their own unique version of this very basic product. This is how the big money is made on Amazon. Not by competing with everyone else and building somebody else's brand by selling their product only to be undercut by other people, but by going out and just having the manufacturer put a little label on your product, and you have your own brand that nobody can take away. You're building your own customer list, and you don't have anybody to compete with to get 100% of the sales when somebody buys your product on Amazon. So now that you know what sort of products we're talking about here, here's how orders are processed with this business. Because it is physical products, but it's run with the automation of a digital product business. So you've got yourself, You've got your supplier. You want to go buy some yoga towels. You're like, okay, I want a little piece of paper around there with my logo on there and a little bit of text. So all you do is say supplier, make that happen. You place an order with them. Then there's Amazon, who's the third component of this. Amazon has warehouses all over the world that you can have the supplier send inventory directly to them, and Amazon will handle all shipping, all customer service, they'll handle all order processing, and so you just have the supplier send inventory to Amazon's warehouses, and then Amazon pays you every 14 days. Those orders are happening on Amazon, and you'll learn a little bit more later on about how to increase sales and whatnot, but you place an order with a supplier, supplier sends inventory to Amazon, Amazon pays you every 14 days. This is your entire order processing or operation system. So Amazon takes care of shipping, customer service, site security, website maintenance, hosting, buying advertising, packaging suppliers, warehouse staff, warehouse maintenance, fraud prevention, returns. Amazon does all that stuff for you. You never even have to think about it. You just do these things. Pick a product. What product do you want to sell? Manage inventory. All you have to do is log into your Amazon Seller Central account that you set up in 5 minutes and check the little number that shows how many units you have in stock. Gets a little low, place an order with a supplier, sell them to send some more inventory to Amazon. That's it. 3, grow your brand. Pick a product, make sure you don't run out of inventory, and grow your brand. That's all you have to do, while Amazon does everything else. 30 to 60%. This is the typical profit margin from sales when selling on Amazon. This includes your product cost, this includes shipping, this includes Amazon fees, this includes everything. This is the money that actually goes in your pocket. This isn't going to be the case for 100% of people, but this is what we see in our own businesses and in the people we've taught how to do this, 30 to 60%. So hypothetically, if you did $100,000 that month in sales, in your pocket, you would have made $30,000 to $60,000 in a single month from selling physical products on Amazon and letting Amazon pretty much automate the entire thing. And you're building a brand and building a customer list. So now that you understand how this business works, now we're going to jump in and talk about the 20 red hot products you can sell right now on Amazon. Once again, I handpicked each one of these myself for products that I would sell right now on Amazon. We're going to move kind of fast through these, so make sure that you're writing them down. I recommend pretty much only writing down what the product opportunity is, because you can just go look it up on Amazon after the webinar. It's no problem. You don't need to write down all the other information. That's really just to show you how big the opportunity is. So get ready. Write down just the product name real quick and then move on, because we're going to be moving kind of fast. So product 1 of 20, product opportunity 1 of 20, toy hammock. It's ranked number 19 in baby, the baby category. Estimated daily sales, 700 units a day. Estimated daily sales in a dollar amount, $5,642. If you have a 50% profit margin, that's about $2,800 a day in profit, or $80,000 or so a month in profit from selling a toy hammock. Just because there's so much volume on Amazon. There's a great market. There's all kinds of other stuff you can sell in this market. This is the 19th most popular product in baby. Easy product. You can get your own. Brand of. You just have it put in a little box. All of a sudden, you have your own brand. Estimated daily sales $5,642 every single day of a toy hammock. Product number 2, car drying towel. The 4th most popular product in automotive category. Estimated daily sales 800 units, or $6,176 every single day in sales, or $3,000 a day in profit if you have a 50% profit margin, or up to $90,000 a month in profit from selling a car drying towel. This is the volume that's on Amazon, and this is the volume you can tap into when you learn how to get products ranked and how to outsell people on Amazon. Because Amazon's a massive platform, but most people have no idea how to actually sell on that massive platform. Product number 2, car drying towel. Product number 3, I was in the automotive category when I picked some of these products, so you'll see 3 or 4 of these kind of examples. Product number 3, microfiber cloths. Number 89 in automotive. Estimated daily sales 400 units, or $10,000 a day. $10,000 a day of this product. $300,000 a month of this product, $150,000 potentially if you have a 50% profit margin of this product. Microfiber cloths, product number 3. Product number 4, paintbrush set. Number 6, an arts and crafts, paintbrush set. Estimated daily sales, 600 units, or $9,000 a day of a paintbrush set on Amazon. Product number 4, paintbrush set. Product number 5, car duster. Once again, another automotive product. Number 24 in automotive. Estimated daily sales, 650 units, or $10,000 a day. $10,000 a day. Car duster. Product number 6, tire gauge. Now, I think this is the last one from the automotive category. Tire gauge, number 58 in automotive. Estimated daily sales, 550 units, or $10,000 a day of a tire gauge. You could easily have your own brand. Their entire branding, if you look kind of closely, is that little Joe's that's inside of the white area. You could have that done. You could probably get a generic one and just throw it in a box or a package, and it'd be your own tire gauge. Product number 7, TSA luggage lock. These are locks that are able to be opened by TSA agents in the airport. Very popular for carrying certain kinds of things through the airport. So TSA luggage lock. Number 30 in home improvement. Estimated daily sales, 700 units, or $5,000 a day. TSA luggage lock, or just TSA lock for short. Product number 8, microphone pop filter. So it's number 1, or when I pulled this, it was number 1 in musical instruments. Estimated daily sales, 900 units, or $11,000 a day. Microphone pop filter. You just clip it to your desk, put it in front of a microphone, and you won't hear some of the popping you might hear when especially on P words like pop. You might hear a little popping. That's all this thing does. So number 1 in musical instruments, 900 units a day, or $11,000 a day. Product number 9, grill brush. We just cooked a little barbecue a few hours ago. Could have used one of these. Grill brush. Number 8 in patio and lawn. Estimated daily sales, 700 units, or $8,288 every single day of a grill brush. Everybody on the planet who has a barbecue grill needs one of these to be able to clean the thing. That's why there's a big market. Why it sells up to 700 units a day on the world's largest online retailer. $8,000 a day from this basic product. Product number 10, a zester or grater. Same thing. Number 37 in kitchen and dining. Estimated daily sales, 600 units, or $7,200 every single day. Zester. If you just write that down, you'll be able to find it on Amazon. Number 37, kitchen and dining, $7,000 a day of this product. Number 11, now we're in the second half of these. Number 11, Japanese garden tool. I think there's some other names for this. There's a special kind of garden, but you'll find it if you just write down Japanese garden tool. Number 20, in patio and lawn. Now the estimated daily sales are 600 units, but this is a slightly more expensive product than some of the other examples I've been showing you. Estimated daily sales, $17,000 of this basic product, $17,000. Now the way these products were chosen is there are a few criteria which we can talk more about in Q&A. There are a few criteria. I want the product to have less than 1,000 reviews. I want it to be less than 500 bestseller rank, which all of these you'll see rank as number 20. Want that to be less than 500. And ideally the selling price between $7 and $40. So if you were to look up any of these products, you'll see that they meet those criteria. Japanese garden tool. Vegetable peeler, product number 12. Number 69 in kitchen and dining. Estimated daily sales, 500 units, or nearly $7,000 a day of a vegetable peeler on Amazon. Number 69 in kitchen and dining, $7,000 a day, vegetable peeler. Product number 13, flexible cutting board. Number 99 in kitchen and dining. Estimated daily sales, over 400 units, or nearly $3,000 a day. Take a look at the corner of the flexible cutting board. What do you see there? It's a logo. You could just have the same thing as the silicone baking sheets. You could have your logo put in the corner of these, and all of a sudden you have your own brand. $3,000 a day, 50% profit margin, $1,500 a day, or $45,000 a month in profit selling flexible cutting boards. Product number 14, micro needle roller. I think this helps with cellulite, I believe, if I'm right. But either way, micro needle roller, number 8 in beauty, 700 units a day, nearly $14,000 every single day of this product. Number 8 in beauty, 700 units, $14,000 a day, micro needle roller. Product number 15, facial hair remover, another product in the beauty category. This one was ranked number 100 when I pulled it. Estimated daily sales, 450 units, or $7,000 a day. Facial hair remover, $7,000 a day. Product number 16, compact clothes dryer. This one I wanted to pull one that wasn't quite selling as well, but just to show you how the numbers still stack up. 682 in appliances, estimated daily sales maybe 55 units, still makes $1,000 a day. After all these other numbers, you're like, $1,000 a day, that's not that good. But if you think about that, $1,000 a day, $30,000 a month, 50% profit margin, $15,000 every single month. $15,000, a 30% profit margin off of 30 grand, 9 grand or so a month. That's more than most people make a month in income from selling this compact clothes dryer because the volume's so huge on Amazon. Product number 17, inflatable travel bed. Inflatable travel bed. Number 144 in baby. Estimated daily sales 250 units. Once again, it's slightly more expensive products, so estimated daily sales 250 units, but still 12 grand a day in sales. Inflatable travel bed. Product number 18, cutting board oil. 166 in kitchen and dining category. Estimated daily sales 225 units or $2,000 a day. $2,000 a day, 60 grand a month in sales. Cutting board oil. Product number 19 of 20. Bicycle multi-tool, number 633 in sports and outdoors. This is another one just to show you an example of they don't all have to be super high top selling products, even though the ones we recommend choosing, we recommend starting with a bestseller rank of 500 or lower. So this would not meet that criteria, but I just want to show you a little bit of variety and some kind of cool opportunities. Bicycle multi-tool, 50 units a day, $1,000 a day in sales, $30,000 a month, potentially $15,000 a month in profit. Bicycle multi-tool. Product number 20, the last one we have here, waterproof match kit. Number 82 in sports and outdoors, 400 units, $5,596 a day in sales. Now I want you to, because we're going to do something cool with this one. This is another big reason to stick around for Q&A. Dory's got something cool we were kind of talking about before we started the broadcast here, is go ahead and write this down. Write down waterproof match kit. Write down waterproof match kit. Write down 400 units per day. Waterproof match kit, 400 units a day. And then also write down 5,500, or you can write down $5,596 per day. Or you can just put 5 grand a day, just somewhere around there, so you'll have something to refer to. Waterproof match kit, 400 units a day, $5,500 per day in sales. We're going to refer back to this here when we get to the Q&A. So now the big opportunity right now. Amazon growing like crazy, growing like a startup. Their number one objective right now is growth. They're not sitting there trying to squeeze and whatnot and try to squeeze all the profit out of everything. They just want to grow, and they want more products added, and they want more people to sell more on Amazon. It's a beautiful thing because you make money when they make money and vice versa. Unlike somebody like Google doing Google AdWords or any other sort of PPC or Facebook ads or any of that kind of stuff, because all they're doing is charging you clicks or impressions. They could care less if you make any money. Very different with Amazon. Everyone's on the same page. It's a great system, and they're growing like crazy. $100 billion potentially this year or next year. They aren't going anywhere. You do not want to miss this opportunity. Here's a quote from Seattle Times. Amazon has said that marketplace sellers, that's you and I selling stuff on Amazon, sold more than 1 billion units worldwide in 2013. 1 billion units. But most of them have no idea what they're doing on Amazon. Most of these sellers have no idea what they're doing on Amazon. They don't know how to optimize product listings. They don't even know how to choose the right product. They don't know how to get reviews. They don't know how to get traffic that actually buys on Amazon, and how to outrank everyone for keywords and categories. They don't know how to do all that stuff. That's the beautiful opportunity right now. Massive, massive, massive sales, massive opportunities, millions of different products you can sell, but you're in a playing field where most people have no idea even what's going on. So now is the time to build a life-changing real business. 24 months. Time it took me to get to $100,000 a month selling physical products. 4 months. time it took Jason to get to $100,000 a month with the same business because he was able to learn from somebody who'd already been there and done that. He shortcut the time dramatically. 8 to 10 weeks. Time it's taking some of our most successful students to build insanely successful businesses when nothing else would work. Remember, our students are doing an estimated $7.8 million every single month in sales using this business. Being able to follow in the footsteps of people that have already done what you want to do is one of the fastest paths to success. So whether you come from affiliate marketing like Jason did, multi-level marketing, real estate, e-commerce like I did, already selling on Amazon, eBay, information marketing, brick and mortar business, service business, or are working a 9-to-5 job, you can start building your real business today. You see, we sold millions of dollars worth of products on Amazon, and have even been published on Forbes, Business.com, Under 30 CEO, and lots of other places. But we want you to be the next success story, and we know you can do it. We've seen so many other people do it. We've put together a complete package of training tools and more to give you everything you need to build this business and change your life. Everything you need to build this business, do everything we've talked about, and scale this thing up for yourself is in the Amazing Selling Machine Builders Kit. Here's what the Builders Kit will do for you. Help you build a thriving business you love. Shortcut the time it took Jason and I to succeed. Provide you a community so that your success is inevitable. Leapfrog over the competition who don't have this unfair advantage. Help you gain the financial freedom you've always wanted. Give you the freedom of location so you can live and travel wherever you want while your business grows and grows. Whether you just want to get up and running with the top selling product, or you want to focus on a market you're passionate about, such as health, fitness, electronics, cooking, pets, sports, outdoors, kids, beauty, home improvement, survival, babies, arts and crafts, dance, yoga, hunting, iPhones, computers, working out, weight loss, food, jewelry, or anything else there's a physical product for. You can do it with this business. The Builders Kit consists of 4 primary components. The first component is the live 8-week web class. So whether you've never sold anything online, never owned a business before, already own a business, or are already selling on Amazon even, the 8-week online web class will quickly take you to a level in your business you never thought was possible. The 8-week web class, here's what's included. Module 1, getting set up to sell from anywhere in the world and launching your business. Module 2, picking your winning product. Module 3, choosing and working with a high-quality, high-margin supplier. Module 4, crafting an irresistible Amazon product listing. Module 5, using the listing launch formula to skyrocket to the top of Amazon for keywords and categories. Module 6, ramping up sales using secret Amazon marketing strategies. Module 7, rapid automation of your entire business. Module 8, scaling and building your product brand empire. Plus, for each one of these modules, we do 1 weekly group coaching call where you get to jump on a call live with myself, Jason, and some of our most successful students who have already done exactly what you'll be doing. And so you can ask questions live, or you can even submit it ahead of time if you can't make it live, and there'll be recordings afterwards, by the way. So it's really a great thing because you're able to make sure you never have any question that goes unanswered. Second component of the Builders Kit is the software tool suite. With Amazing Selling Machine, you get access to proprietary software tools not available anywhere else. You can't go buy them anywhere. You can't find other versions of them anywhere, really. That cost us over $175,000 to build. You get access to 7 core tools plus 2 bonus tools to skyrocket and automate your business, truly giving you an unfair advantage over all those sellers who have no idea what they're doing. Here's what these private tools do for your business. Automatically turn sales into 5-star reviews for your product. Drive targeted buyer traffic to ramp up sales on Amazon. Send post-sale follow-up emails to create raving fan customers. Promote your product with a click of a button. Increase keyword and category rankings. Pre-sell customers on buying your product before they even see it. And much, much more we can't reveal until you get inside. The third component is the community. This private and exclusive community includes wildly successful students all ready to help you succeed. This is one of the most active, giving communities of entrepreneurs we've ever seen. Every single day it blows us away with the level of encouragement and on-the-ground intelligence across thousands of products. One of the components is the private member forum. You post something in here, you'll likely get 50 answers to it, or you'll likely be able to find the answer to any question you could possibly ever have about this business. Another component is the badge system. You get rewarded for the major milestones in this business, such as setting up your account, finding a supplier, finding a product, getting a category ranking, a keyword ranking, your first sale, first $1,000 a month in revenue, first $100,000 a month in revenue, all the way up to $1 million a month in revenue. That's our highest badge right now. The fourth component is the live 3-day advanced workshop in July of 2014 in Las Vegas this time, actually. You get advanced strategies and tactics not covered in the 8-week online web class. This is all stuff for people that have been through the 8-week web class, so it's advanced content strategies to scale your business that we're not in the web class. It's not a rehashing of everything in the web class. You get to make multi-million-dollar business partnerships. You get to learn from the world's greatest experts in traffic and sales and scaling and automation and outsourcing, all handpicked by us. We take a lot of pride in who we pick to come to speak at this private workshop for people in Amazing Selling Machine because we handpick them to be able to focus on this business, not general business sort of fluff, targeted stuff to scale this business that you're already in. We're originally going to charge $10,000 for this workshop, but decided to make it private and only include it with Amazing Selling Machine. And we like to throw in a few fun surprises at the event, so we're going to expect some of those. We cannot wait to meet you in person. We absolutely want to see you in person. If you absolutely cannot make it, do not worry. There's live streaming. You can watch on your computer from anywhere in the world, and we also have recordings available, which are not offered anywhere else. They're only available for Amazing Selling Machine students. These 4 components of the Builders Kit are how our students are knocking it out of the park with their brand new businesses and loving what they've achieved. At over $7.8 million a month in proven results, this is one of the most effective ways to quickly build a profitable business ever. So as a recap, here's what you get with your Builders Kit. You get the 8-week step-by-step online web class with lifetime access, valued at $5,997. You get the 8 weekly group coaching calls, valued at $3,997. You get 7 proprietary software tools, valued at $5,987. You get access to the private community, valued at $4,728. You get a ticket to the 3-day private live hands-on workshop event, valued at $7,997. You get the first bonus, the Amazing Selling Machine Mentors. These are successful students who were willing to work with you one-on-one to help you build this business, $5,879. You get recordings of the past 2 Amazing Selling Machine live events, valued at $3,986. You get 2 additional bonus software tools, valued at $997. You get a secret product video full-blown traffic course, valued at $997, and much, much more. Total value, $40,565. And considering the cost and time required in getting started with less certain businesses, such as real estate, $50,000 plus, brick and mortar, $150,000 plus, or even a university degree at $88,000 plus, $40,565 for a proven step-by-step system with tons of successful students working right now would still be a bargain. But because we've seen how effective this business is and know that the opportunities right now are nearly unlimited for someone to create a business using this proven system, right now you can get your own Builders Kit for only 4 payments of $997. Or you can save a whopping $491 by paying in full for just $34.97. This entire thing is backed by a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee, which doesn't even start until May 1st. Once May 1st hits, you have a full 30 days to give this thing a try. If you don't like it, if you want out, if you need your money back, any of that sort of stuff, it's no problem. Just send a support ticket, shoot an email, and you get 100% every single penny that you paid back. But you might be wondering, especially if you never sold physical products before, maybe especially because you have sold physical products before. Okay, great, Matt. I'm 100% covered for the investment in the Builders Kit, but what happens if I follow the training, I buy inventory, and the inventory doesn't sell? Am I stuck with that inventory? I mean, I had to fork over a little bit of money for it. Well, we know how successful you will be. So here's what we'll do to show you how confident we are. Announcing the total return guarantee. As long as you follow the training, earn each badge in the first 4 modules, and actively participate in the community, we guarantee up to $1,000 in inventory. Nobody has ever done this before. We are putting our money where our mouths are, if you will. We guarantee up to $1,000 of your inventory. That's right. If you take us up on the 30-day 100% guarantee and get a full refund on Builder's Kit, we'll even buy back up to $1,000 of your Fulfillment by Amazon inventory from you. We're doing this because we know you can succeed with this business. We've seen it so many times and don't want anything preventing you from giving this a try. Do not wait to sign up though. Spots are filling up fast and are only available on a first come first served basis. But a warning, the registration period is ending soon. It actually closes tomorrow, not much more than 24 hours from now. Closes tomorrow. If you visit the URL below and you see sold out, then sorry, you missed it. But by waiting just one more day to register, you risk letting technical issues, life, or anything else get in your way. When we actually opened doors to this thing just a few days ago, it's a very limited registration period. The day we opened doors, which Dory can attest to and get to the Q&A, the server crashed. The entire server crashed because so many people were wanting to look at this thing. Same thing could happen tomorrow. Do not let that get in the way of you getting in. Do not wait another day. Once the registration period ends, that's it. 0 extra people are allowed in. Last time we had people begging us to let them in. They had to wait 6 long months sitting on the sidelines while other people built and grew their successful businesses before they had another chance. We still have some incredible bonuses and more to tell you about, but here's what to do to secure your spot. Go to this URL below, asmbigbonus.org. Go to this URL below, fill out the registration form. Instantly get your private access details emailed to you. Log into the private class portal, click community to introduce yourself, get started with the pre-class materials, get ready for the kickoff call and module 1. So don't wait another second. Visit asmbigbonus.org, fill out the registration form, secure your spot right now. So why Amazing Selling Machine? I didn't have Amazing Selling Machine when I first built the business, but it took me multiple years, and I had already been selling physical products for a couple years. It took me a couple years to get to where Jason got in 4 months. He saved all that time. He saved the better part of 2 years by just following in the footsteps of somebody who had already been there, done that. The main thing is time. What is 2 to 3 years of your life worth? I know to me it's worth a lot. I want results now. I want to build a business now. If I'm working a job, I want to get out of that job now. If I want to be able to travel and have financial freedom, I want that now. What is 2 to 3 years of your life worth to you? That's the main benefit of all this. So here's a quick recap before we jump into live Q&A. I'm sure we have tons and tons, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people on here, so I'm sure there's a million questions being asked, but the Amazing Selling Machine Builders Kit includes an 8-week web class, 8 weekly group coaching calls, 7 proprietary software tools, lifetime access to the private community, ticket to the 3-day hands-on live workshop event, ASM Mentors bonus, past 2 live event recordings bonus, 2 additional software tools bonus, secret product video traffic course bonus, and much, much more. Total value being conservative, $40,565. But hurry, this is only available for a limited time. Doors close tomorrow. Today is Thursday. Then probably, if Dory's going to try to send out a replay, she's probably going to kill me for this. But today is Thursday. Doors close tomorrow, Friday at midnight Pacific time. But remember, we crashed a server when this thing opened. We'll probably crash another server when this thing is closing, because this opportunity is so big right now. Everyone is begging to get in, but after tomorrow, that's it. Nobody else is getting in. Feel free to call us on it. Nobody will be getting in after tomorrow, so do not wait. Sign up right now. I know Dory's got some amazing bonuses for you, but this entire thing is backed by a 30-day, no questions asked, 100% money-back guarantee. Get access now before it's too late. asmbigbonus.org. And by the way, we don't have any plans of reopening this thing. There's nothing on the calendar that says we have to ever reopen, and we may never reopen this thing, because our real work comes when this thing starts and we kick it off and we get you results. That's where our real work starts, is getting you results. And we have to shut doors to this thing because the first module and the new class is starting very, very soon. It actually starts on May 1st. So we have to shut doors because we have to start the class. Everyone's starting on the same time and everyone's building their businesses together. So get access now, asmbigbonus.org. So Dora, you there? Want to tell them about some bonuses you have? Probably unmuting yourself. Oh, I think I may have had you muted, Dora, because I think I was picking up some background noise.
Unmuted.
There, you there?
Yes, you did. And I was like, Amy, I can't unmute myself. I don't know what's going to go on. Yeah, thank you. And
There you are. Sorry about that.
I have some great bonuses for this because, you know, I believe in this so much, and so does Brad and Matt Callen, and we put together an incredible bonus package for this. So on top of everything that they're doing, we have this huge bonus package, and I want to get control of this because I have some slides that are going to show this in a second. Can you give me control over to my screen?
Yeah, sure. Let me turn you into the presenter real quick. All right. Should be
Okay,
the
so
presenter.
we'll show my screen. There we go. Okay, and I am going now to turn that on. So this is what our site looks like. And we have almost $20,000 worth of bonuses for you. You can go to our site. It's it's asmbigbonus.org. And the reason I did .org, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, is the SEO stuff. I'm an SEO person, and I actually did a test when we launched this site, and the .org ranked faster. And this was about a month ago when we were building this. So that's the one we chose. So that's just a little, side note there. But anyway, you can go in and see our bonuses, the success stories, our, reviews, and then what to expect from Jason and Matt, and then what to expect from us. So, when we were building our bonuses together, we wanted to incorporate, all the aspects of this, of what would help you the most. So we created bonuses that were going to help you find a product. And then, then bonuses that about putting that product on Amazon, then getting you traffic, making sales, and then supporting you the whole way through. So our big bonus number one, this is all about finding a profitable product. Now, Matt just went through and he showed you, some profitable products, but you can dig a lot deeper. Obviously, there's a lot of people on Amazon, so you're going to want to buy, find the perfect product. And I always like to tell people to go into what they enjoy, because this is something that you're going to have to, that you're going to answer questions about, and it might as well be something that you enjoy. So we built a program, Brad Callen built it, and it's called the ASM Analyzer software. And so everything that Jason and Matt teach you how to do manually, this software does automatically, and it will bring up hundreds of results in minutes that might have taken you days to do it before. We've built this from scratch. We are not selling it anywhere else. It's only available in our bonus if you buy through our link. And I have to say, I'm already getting people that who want it, who've been asking me about it. I'll just sell it to them, and we're not doing that. So the next thing is the insider secrets to product sourcing and flipping products on Amazon. This is Roy Stroud. He was part of ASM number one, and he buys products on Amazon. Buys products at Walmart and then goes in and sells them on Amazon. It's a whole different side of Amazon, and it's really, really incredible. And he was really sweet enough to give me his documentation on how to do that. And he also has a VA that sources products for him, and he's going to give 3 free months for the first 50 customers of that service. So they've totally created it, and it's just another different way of sourcing products. So that's sourcing products. So then we go to the product images, and what a lot of people are doing is giving you a bonus that'll do your product design, and that's good. But we're going to go one step further. We're going to have a real professional photographer take pictures of your products. And we know every single time when you put more pictures, more action shot pictures on your in Amazon, that is going to increase conversion. And when you increase conversion, you increase sales. And then when you increase sales, that increase ranking. So action photos are really, really important. The 3D modeling and rendering is great. Of course, you need that too, and you're gonna have that. Although we are going to have a professional photographer take pictures of your product. And then we got ISBN number for you. And so you don't have to worry about that at all. You may not even know what one is. That is something that you need to sell any type of product. And we're going to take that for you, and we're just going to give that to you. So let's go to bonus number 3. Done for you SEO. Now, this is really where I come in because I am, like Jason said, we used to be SEO competitors back in the day, and I still do SEO. And I have a multi-million-dollar SEO business. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rank your product for you. And you can't get this anywhere. And then I'm going to show you how to do it. On Google, and I just can't even talk enough good about it, I guess, because it's my own thing. But we're going to go a little bit further. Then I'm going to give you full access to SEO Nitro, which is my SEO powerhouse, and I'm going to give you $1,000 of credits that you can use anytime. And in that system, you can, buy high page rank authority links, press releases, guest blogging content, all kinds of stuff. And if you're a beginner, you may not know what all that is, but believe me, it's the stuff that you'll learn about. And if you do anything online, you're going to want that kind of system to boost your SEO rankings or just get traffic to your sites. Especially if you're doing press releases, you can start linking to those press releases, which I'm going to show you some examples in a couple minutes of how that works. Then I'm going to build you 5 personal PR3 sites. This is another type of SEO tool that you can use to link from these sites anytime to any products that you want, review pages, wish list pages, all kinds of different stuff. So this is all SEO that's going to be done for you. And then I'm going to give you a ticket to SEO Rockstars. Now, this is an event that I hold every year, and it's not a huge event. There's only 100 people that we let in. We're probably going to do a little bit more than that this year, but it sells out at 100 every single year. And these are SEO professionals that come, and we mastermind and we talk about what's working in SEO and what's not working in SEO. And you get the total lowdown of search engine optimization and how to rank stuff, not just on Google, but on Amazon, on YouTube, how to do Facebook, all that kind of stuff we talk about. And these are the best of the best, guys. I sell this for $2,495, and I sell out every year. You're going to get a ticket to that as my guest for free. Then I'm also going to give you the recordings of the 2012 and the 2013 live events that I have never sold online anytime. The only other time I've done this was with another bonus for Amazing Selling Machine and to the people that were actually there. This is not something that I've ever sold. This is the top-notch stuff. Everything is after, it's post Penguin and Penguin. If you guys are advanced, you know about that. So it's all really relevant material. And then from those conferences, we build a full SEO cookbook that I'm going to give you. This too has never been sold online, and it's never even been given out as a bonus, actually. And I'm going to give it to you for buying through our link and to help you rank your stuff on Google. This is like a how-to rank recipe, step by step. We've taken every presentation, and when they had talked about stuff, we distilled it down to a step-by-step process that when you want to rank a press release, you go, oh, okay, rank press release. Here we go. Step 1, step 2, step 3. You want to rank on YouTube. Here you go. Step 1, step 2, step 3. So all of that's in there, and including, of course, ranking on Amazon recipe. What would we be without that? And here's a little snapshot of my first place, my #1 ranking for gourmet olive oil, which is my buyer keyword because we sell my dad's olive oil. He is a farmer and he is ecstatic. And that is me #1 again for gourmet olive oil on Amazon. So that's the stuff that we do over here with SEO. But it gets better than that. When you see this, when we were preparing for this launch, I went for the keyword, that had bonus in it, Amazing Selling Machine bonus, Amazing Selling Machine bonus 2014. You can see here in the red boxes, I pretty much own these pages. I mean, you just don't want one ranking, you want a lot of rankings. And what do you think if you had a lot of rankings in Google for your product? Don't you think that might just help your sales out a little bit on Amazon? Not many people know how to do this, but I know how to do this. And I'm going to tell you how to do this. Actually, I'm going to do it for you in a lot of ways. And then you're also going to get those recipes. Here we go again. Other bonus things. ASM bonus 14. I actually own this one. And, after that, now we're going to go, that was the end of bonus 3, all about SEO. I thought I was going to go into something else, but I saved it for last, I guess, because the slide didn't come up there. So it kind of shocked me, but so big bonus #4. getting instant buyer traffic straight to your product. Now, while we're doing all that SEO, the stuff that raises you up in Amazon is sales, reviews, and conversion. And to get that, Facebook traffic, of course, is probably the fastest and easiest way, and it costs money. But of course, anything that costs money, it's going to make it faster. That's the fastest way. And I got Kurt Mallett to donate his. Well, it wasn't quite a donation, but he was willing to give let me give this away, his course, which is on Facebook, and this thing is absolutely incredible. It sells for $397 all day, every day, and you're going to get this to do some instant buyer traffic. So then we get to ASM Big Bonus number 5, which is the personalized over-the-shoulder support to ramp up your sales. You're going to get a consultation with me for 30 minutes, and we're going to go over, not only your SEO, but your product pages and whatever you're doing, what you might be doing right, what you might be doing wrong. I normally don't even get on the phone. When I do, it's $1,000 an hour. Like I said, I run a multi-million-dollar SEO business, so this is very, very rare for me to do this. And I'm going to show you something in a second too that we can also talk about. But this is really pretty kind of very special, and it can create a lot of money for you. But that's part of the support that we're going to give you. Then we're going to do the private, Amazing Selling Machine Mastermind group. Now, you're already going to get a Facebook group. You already have the forum in Amazing Selling Machine. What we have is a Skype group. And we have a lot of the Skype guys that have gotten those $50,000 badges, who are doing very, very well. And they're all in our Skype group, and they answer questions. It's really wonderful how it just scrolls along, and when you just get your questions asked. But, one of the most important things is I'm going to do Amazing Selling Machine with you, and you're going to look over my shoulder step by step. So I'm going to choose another product. I'm going to go forward more with olive oil as well, and we're going to do some other stuff with that. And then I'm going to choose a product that's in that industry, but then we're also going to choose another product. Maybe the group will choose it. And then I have a product that I have somebody who said is a dud product. So we're going to also work on that product. So we're going to do this together. You're going to look over my shoulder, see what I do right, see what I do wrong. You're going to see me SEO it. You're going to see me rise to the top of the search engines and in Amazon. And, it's going to be like firsthand experience with that. That's invaluable. So we're going to go step by step with you along in the module. In fact, I've had people come up to me and want in my, who have already purchased and said they want to be a part of my group because they're, other people, I won't get into that. But anyway, I have a lot of people are actually just wanting to buy my bonuses because of all of this. And then we have the vault of Amazing Selling Machine resources that I can't really even talk about. But I'm going to share part of that in just a second. But, we've been doing this for a while, and we've had students that have been doing this for a while, and I've been collecting material, all kinds of different resources that I'm not telling anybody about. I've not shared with anybody. But what I am going to share a little bit about my vault of amazing things is that, don't you think here's another SEO thing that you don't get anywhere else. This is what you get with me. You start typing in Amazing Selling Machine, go to your browser and start doing that. And you're going to see that Google, puts up instant results there. And wouldn't it be nice if you had, your brand, like if you put in your keyword and then it shows up with your brand on it? Wouldn't that be kind of nice? Wouldn't that be like really icing on the cake? Just like mine does right here. Amazing Selling Machine, Dory Friend bonus. That's a secret. I can't tell you how to do it, but we do it. And then when somebody goes to that, bam, I own that whole page. That whole page is mine. So just think how incredible that would be if that happened for you in your product. Oh, there I am again. Oh my gosh. And bam, I own all of that. So you can only get that here. And we'll show you about that. And we have had success stories. Mike McClary, who is one of Jason and Matt's success stories. He bought from us ASM1, and he is also a client of mine and buys SEO stuff from me. But he is incredible. But everybody, we just story after story. There's just success after success. You have these big numbers, but then you have smaller numbers down here, and you don't want to be the person at the end who didn't who's not on that page of success stories, but is on the psychiatrist couch and says, you know what? Opportunity knocked, but I was too scared to open the door. Don't want to be that guy. Be one of those success stories this time, and I will help you along the way. So I think with that, you can go to asmbigbonus.org. We're going to be online, and we are going to be answering questions all night long for you. So, there's live chat over there. We're going to have Jason and Matt on for a while. There's live chat over at asmbigbonus.org. And this closes tomorrow night. This is it. They do not let anybody else in. I've had somebody wait, like it was like 2 days later, and he's like, won't they let me in? I said, no, they're not going to let you in. And they didn't. He was one of the first people that bought when they opened up. So anyway, that's my presentation. Let's take it away. Matt, let's answer some questions.
Sounds good. So I'm over here responding to a bunch of people's questions in the Q&A box. Jason, have you picked out any you want to cover here before I start picking some out?
Yeah, one of the first ones that I see have come up a lot, and a lot of people have concerns about this, is what other things are you going to have to invest in? And first of all, there are no upsells, so don't worry about that. When you join, we're not going to try to upsell you to a premium membership or anything like that. You get everything. It's just a one-time membership join, and you're good to go. But other than that, it really depends on your budget. Like, honestly, what you can afford. Now, remember, you're building a real business here. This isn't, just something you're doing as a hobby. What we're doing here is we're teaching you, what you're signing up for is we're teaching you how to build a real physical products business, leveraging the power of Amazon to be able to build and establish your own brand. And then you can go off of Amazon and just keep going and going and going. And we have students that are having unbelievable results. But most of them, like a lot of times people think, it's going to be thousands and thousands of dollars to get started. We have students start for less than 100, some of them 300, some of them 1,000, some of them 2,000. It really depends on how much inventory you can initially start with and what your budget is. And so there's not one single answer. It's really what kind of product are you looking at? How much inventory do you want to buy? Because the other thing too is when you're buying, you'll work with the manufacturer, but you'll want to call different manufacturers or, contact different manufacturers to be able to negotiate on the prices. And we go through that all in our training. But just, to summarize it, really on average, I'd say it's about $400 to get started with. You have a lot of options, but obviously if you can afford more, you can get things lowered, like you can get more quantity for a lower price, things like that help. But really what it comes down to, if you can only afford to start with a little bit of inventory, that you can actually start with just like if you wanted 10 products, have 10 units of inventory, you start shipping it to Amazon, get it selling. Now the only negative that happens when you take that route is you do run out of inventory quickly, and then you'll have to reorder and get it back in stock. But because Amazon pays out every 2 weeks like clockwork, like that's one thing, Dory, and I know you can appreciate this. Being in the affiliate marketing game, man, sometimes you just didn't get paid. Like it was never consistent. It was always, something was always going on. Sure, sometimes there was consistent pain, but sometimes there wasn't. But with Amazon, it's every 2 weeks. And if you get let's say tomorrow's your payday, if you get an order that goes through today, you'll get that money tomorrow. Amazon pays you right away. So because it's every 2 weeks, you can just put that money back on, order more inventory, or if you even want, like if you're using a credit card to get points, you just pay off your credit card right away. So that's my question. I don't know which one you had there, Matt.
Yeah, sorry, I was just on here pumping everyone's answers into the Q&A box. So we had a few people, they said the thing shows up. I guess they're in Australia. Appears to be people asking, can they do this from a lot of other countries? Doesn't matter if you're in China, India, South Africa. Trust me, we have students from just about everywhere in the world, every major country in the world. Anyways, you can do this no matter where you are. Doesn't matter if you're China, Australia, anywhere in Europe, anywhere in the U.S., even affiliate restricted USA states, anywhere in South America, Central America. You name it, anywhere in Asia, doesn't matter where you are, you can do this business. You can get set up to sell no problem whatsoever. So do not let that be a restriction for yourself, because we have students all over the world doing this. You don't have to be located in the U.S. to sell on Amazon.com, where a lot of the volume is. For example, we have some very successful students down in Brazil selling on Amazon.com, which is actually really cool for them, because I guess I don't know the culture that well, but I guess to them it's a big source of pride to have a USA-based business. So that's cool for them. And then somebody else I saw ask that's from Australia is like, how do I get product images if I live in Australia? Um, one of your bonuses, Dory, right, is getting product images done.
Yes, we're gonna do. We'll take a photographer. We have a photographer that will take pictures of their products. So done, bam, done.
Perfect. So yeah, you can just have the supplier. They'll just send one unit, or you can have Amazon send one unit to that photographer, and it's all done digitally. You just type in their address either in your back end of Amazon, or you just tell your suppliers. So it doesn't matter where you could be, thousands and thousands of miles away, and it's no problem.
Another question I've seen here, quite a few asking, and I know Dory kind of covered it, but I'm going to go into a little bit more. People are wondering, how do you promote? How do you get traffic? And first of all, actually, let me back up for a sec. I just want to say, we're really proud of what we put together. We have great training, fantastic support. We have mentors. We have this incredible community, and you've heard all this stuff, but you can't deny the fact that if you can get even more support, more, help going through the process. So I just really want to help you understand the value of what Dory's offering here. And thank you, Dory, for being able to throw that in, because having these tools, having more people, the fact that Dory knows this business model, she's doing it now, in your back pocket, meaning that not only you get all the support and help that you should be anyway, but now you've got additional stuff because of what Dory and all, like Brad and all of them have put in for you. That is incredible. And the cool thing is, remember at the beginning when I said that I went from $0 to $100,000 in 4 months? One of the reasons I was able to do that so quickly was obviously the help that Matt gave me. I mean, he taught me everything, but because of my SEO and traffic skills, and Amazon is adored by Google. Google ranks them very well because they're a true resource for people. And I'll admit, I'm not going to be shy. Dory kicks my butt when it comes to SEO. I have not been in the SEO game as long anymore. I've kind of lost focus on that because I've been focusing so much on my different business model. And to have her in your back pocket helping with understanding SEO for promoting your listings, that is friggin' cool. I just want to really assure you that that is just awesome. But the cool thing is, again, is if you have any experience doing any type of traffic, whether it be Facebook, Google ads, SEO, social marketing, whatever, it's all relevant to Amazon. Because what happens is when you put your product on Amazon, you get your own web page, basically. You get a product listing page on Amazon, and it's optimized. So you can put links to that, and you want to get it ranking. And the cool thing is there's, this reciprocating effect that the higher you get your product ranking in Google, it also starts ranking higher on Amazon and vice versa. So it's just this great crossover effect. Do you have another question, Matt?
I guess I never muted myself. I was trying to unmute myself, but I was not muted. So let's see here. This is the second person. So Arthur said something like this, and somebody who I can't really tell the full name, it just says PM, also said this, that they're wondering, kind of like me, I'm sort of can be a little hyperactive, as Jason can probably tell you, is that it's like, what's that, 8 weeks? That's crazy. I'll get it done in 3 hours. The problem is that the way we outline the course, it's released one module 1 week at a time. If you're already selling on Amazon, if you've already got a business, all those kind of things, first module, you're getting all set up. You're like, okay, cool, I got that done. Can I keep pushing ahead? Module 2 is all about picking a product. Maybe you're sort of already selling a product, or you just pick one in a matter of hours, and you're good to go, and you go through the other steps in that module. Like, okay, but then by the time you get to module 3, the pace really picks up, because that's when you're getting your product label, you're building your brand, you're getting designs, you're getting your supplier on board. You're getting samples ordered, you're getting your product ordered, you're getting your product put together or labeled, you're getting it shipped to Amazon. So the pace really picks up in Module 3. So you may want to jump ahead, I don't blame you, but we don't let anybody, number one, so it's not an option. But number two, trust me, you will have plenty to do. You will have plenty to do. So don't worry about that. I mean, there is no other option. But trust me, we don't do it so everyone's annoyed sitting there with nothing to do. There are a very minority of people who the first couple modules, it feels a little slow to them, but everybody, trust me, everybody, once you get to module 3, we're moving a million miles a minute. But the best thing is all this stuff is available forever. So don't worry about, if you move slow or you have to go on vacation or anything like that. Go at your own pace. If you need to come back to some modules, a lot of people, some of the most successful people watch all the videos multiple times. As they're doing the business, they learn some stuff. They go back and rewatch some of the videos, but they're available forever. You get lifetime access. So yeah, hopefully that helps you out, Arthur and PM. Let's see.
So people are still asking, what if Nigeria? What if here? Like, it doesn't matter. Any country in the world, if Amazon itself doesn't allow you to add your bank directly because it's not listed in the countries, then you use a service like we said, like Payoneer. I'm sorry, Payoneer. So I don't know where that word came from. So and this was a good question here. This Teo, I think, says, can I list our Amazon products on Groupon sites? And again, you can do whatever you want. In fact, Groupon is extremely powerful because what you can do is you put your listing on, you put your product on Groupon, get really brand awareness and everything going, and it just obviously helps your product on Amazon. So absolutely, you can use any type of promotion strategy you want. Next question. Oh, keep going.
So Carol Todd asked, what sort of quantity units does Amazon require for fulfillment by Amazon? There is no minimum. You can send. I've sent back, and I don't do this anymore because I only sell my own products, as we talked about in this webinar. But back in the day when I used to sell other people's products, I had an e-commerce store and didn't have all the automation of Amazon, so I'd receive some returns or something like that. I'd send one unit to Amazon just to get rid of it. So you can send as little as small as one unit. There is no minimum, so I wouldn't worry about that. There is no minimum. So yeah, there's really no other way to elaborate on that answer.
Okay, so hang on one sec here. A lot of great questions here. Do I need to have your own website? Lauren, great question. And the thing is that when you have your own website, obviously, you're trying to build a brand here. And what's going to happen is people are going to want to look for your product online to make sure it's, a reputable company. So, for example, you would want to create a brand website so that when people are on Amazon and they want to look online on, just on the web to see if your product's legit, that they'll have something. So you just want to put up like a basic brand website, but you don't need to do that until you have your company, I'm sorry, that you have your product already up, branded, and selling.
Let's see. Yeah, so here's a good question. Kelly asks, when we update the training and whatnot, do they get access? Yes, absolutely. For example, we released this thing for a few days, just twice last year. That's it, separated 6 months apart, including the past 6 months. But all those people, we're making a lot of updates to the training because things are constantly changing, and we want to make sure you have fresh information that's working right now for us and our businesses and everyone else we know. So we're updating a lot of the training. Yes, you get free access to those training updates. So you always have really the best information, cutting edge information on doing this business. So Elizabeth asked, a lot of people always ask, like, how fast am I going to make money? Will I be making money by X point? And all those sort of questions. It depends on how fast you move. So the modules and training is designed so that by module 4, you're creating your Amazon product listing and potentially generating sales right in module 4. Really, module 5 and 6 is where we really ramp up sales and use traffic and get a lot of reviews and all that sort of good stuff. But module 4, learning what you learn in that module and applying it right away has led to some of our students doing extremely well with just that. It's really the fundamentals of doing this business right, which for some of our students has been more than enough. They've never even, applied a lot of this stuff in module 5 because they never got around to it. Their business just grew so quickly. So that's how the training is designed. It just depends how fast you move and how much you focus. But that's how it's designed anyways, Elizabeth.
Ryan's asking, at what point do we need to set up an LLC or corporation and get liability insurance? Ryan, obviously we're not lawyers, and so, you need legal counsel. But the way I did it personally when I first got started with my physical products business is I didn't have an LLC or anything. I just did it. I created a brand and I got my product up there. And then actually it was 3 months after I started selling that I actually created the LLC and did the liability insurance and all of that stuff, because it was one of those things where I didn't even know if this was going to work. And then once things started ramping up, then it was like, yeah, cool. And I started reinvesting and doing those kind of things. Now you can absolutely set up your LLC and all those things up front. But, obviously you want to be frugal with your money and be investing it in the right way. And what I did and what I know other students have done is instead they've just waited until money started coming in and then invested it at that time. So, I mean, it's really up to you. That's what I recommend, but you can do whatever you want. And Kelly asks, do we get lifetime access to updates? You guys get the training? Oh, you did? Sorry, I didn't see that.
Tahimbi Simmons asks, how much time will this take each day? Everyone, once again, works at their own pace. So, it's not how much time does it take each day. It's how much are you willing to put in to build a business that changes your life. Some people can't put in a whole lot of time. Like we got some person who we affectionately call the Amazon grandma, who built this. She's obviously got grandkids, or else she wouldn't be called that. But she built this business working a 9-to-5 job, was able to quit her job because of this business. She built it, I believe, just working on the weekends. But some people dive head first, and it's their full time. It's what they spend their time on, is building this business. But I mean, really, there's only so much time needed to find a product, tell the supplier to prepare some inventory, get your product on Amazon, and market that stuff. It's not like you're sitting here making cold calls or something. Like there's only so much time needed to be put in. Some people spend an hour a day. Some people don't spend any time during the week. They just spend 3 or 4 hours on a Saturday or Sunday. There's really not, it's not like a massive time commitment needed, because putting a lot of more time into this thing is not necessarily going to get you massive results compared to somebody who just spends an hour or two of very focused time. And we don't waste your time with these videos. They're not like, hours long where we're sitting you every sort of bit of theory about Amazon. They're listen to this 10-minute video, do this action. Listen to this 10-minute video, do this action. So you could, hypothetically do 3 or 4 of those each day, spend an hour, hour and a half a day, and then, by the time, a few weeks, you're doing just fine. So it's, hopefully that helps a little bit, but it obviously, I don't want to just say it depends, but we have people all over the board. Sometimes it's everything they do, and sometimes it's just an hour a day.
Do you cover the ins and outs of dealing with Chinese suppliers? Yeah, we do get into that. And, what we found, and to be honest with you, when me and Matt both started, we didn't really do a lot with China. And it wasn't until about a year later, about a year ago actually, that we started really dealing with China quite a bit. We ended up going to China last summer, and we really worked with a lot of people, a lot of members, and got that system down really well. And it's really not nearly as complicated as people think. Now, I'm not saying it's super easy, and there are certain things that you have to go through and learn, but we definitely cover that all in the training. We make sure, that you understand. And the cool thing is, because of the community and the support you get, if there is something that we didn't cover and you need to get more questions and answers kind of thing done, the community helps you. We've got tons of people that are true China sourcing traffic experts that are there all the time helping, along with Matt and I.
Kara says, I've started my own online store. Can I use this on my online store? You don't need a store for this. You don't need a store. You don't need a website. You don't need any of that, because you're actually building your own product brand, which is really the business. You just happen to be using Amazon to sell. So you're getting your product brand created. You're listing those products on Amazon.com in most cases, Amazon.com. Some people are going to Amazon.com. They're typing in, say, for example, you wanted to sell a yoga towel. So somebody's likes doing yoga, they just got into it, they go to Amazon, I want a yoga towel. They type that into the search bar, they press enter. Because of what you learn inside of Amazing Selling Machine, they find your product listed there, and they click on it and buy it. So there's no external website involved, no external shopping cart, no payment processor, no PayPal, no none of that kind of stuff. It's just Amazon is processing the orders and then using the shipping method, the fulfillment by Amazon that we recommend. Amazon shipping out that order. Amazon will take their little bit of fees, 15%, and they're saying, okay, you made a sale, you're going to get paid X amount of money in your next payment, which is every 14 days. That happens a whole bunch. You build up a lot of money, you sell a lot of stuff, you have to reorder, and then that's it. It's all happening on Amazon, so you don't need an online store, Kara. So Chris asks, does Amazon charge to hold product in inventory for us? Yeah, they do. I mean, it's all very cheap, though. I've done it myself in my own office. Huge nightmare, huge pain in the butt way back in the day. Learned a lot of lessons that way. So did that. I've also used a third-party fulfillment company. I know Jason has too. Huge pain in the butt, more expensive, nightmare to manage. Amazon does it all for you, and it's cheaper than you could get it done anywhere else. Because who's in a better position than an online retailer doing 100 or 74, let's say 74, not even counting what might happen, $75 billion a year? Who's in a better position than them to offer better pricing, better discounts, better scalability in terms of inventory management? So yes, Amazon charges a little bit, but it's extremely cheap. It's pennies. They take care of all of that. It's not something you ever think about. And really, even selling outside of Amazon, still use Amazon for the inventory management and whatnot, which is a whole different discussion. We get into some of that later on in Amazing Selling Machine. But yeah, Amazon it takes care of everything.
Ryan, this is a great question, actually. It's the first time I've seen someone ask this one, so I love it. How much money do you reinvest in the business versus paying yourself? And really, Ryan, it depends. But for me, what I found when I first took off with my product, that because it was selling so well, I wanted to put everything back in until it reached a level where my inventory was really in control. So, obviously you can take as much as you need to be able to survive initially, but in that initial phase, I mean, you can do however you want. But if your company's really growing fast, my advice would be to reinvest as much as you can back into the inventory so that you can make more and more profit. There's no tried and true, tested way or proven, I don't even know, maybe proven isn't the right word, but what I'm trying to say is, you can really do with it as you want. You can take all the profits from it and keep it and just keep putting the same amount of inventory in. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend reinvesting as much as possible to really gain the inventory, because the reality is if your inventory goes up and down, that really does affect the long-term sustainability. So you really want to achieve a point where your inventory is consistently in stock so you're consistently selling.
We've already answered that kind of question. Let's see. So this person asked, I guess it may have been something that you briefly sort of mentioned. If China is more difficult, what countries do you suggest for finding products? I don't know where that came from, but it's typically almost always, other than maybe 1% of the situations, it's either going to be the US or China. If the product goes in your body or on your body, or possibly in your pets, like a pet supplement, then it's going to come from the US most likely. If it's any other kind of product, typically going to come from China. That's how the world works right now. It's nothing you do about it. There's very, very, very high quality products in China. iPhones are made in China, and there's low quality products. But that's what Module 3 of Amazing Selling Machine is all about, because we really teach you how to differentiate between the two, how to filter them out, and how to work with them. So yeah, hopefully that helps you out, Jeff.
Well, one of the things I see a couple people asking here, what happens after the 8 weeks? The training doesn't go anywhere. Again, as we stated before, if there is training updates, as actually we're always updating it, but whenever we update it, you'll get those. And in 6 months from now, if you want to go back and get a refresher, it's there. So it's not like after the 8 weeks, everything goes away.
Yeah, we've not talked much about the tools either. I mean, the tools are always there available for you, and the tools are absolutely incredible. And I've told Jason and Matt this: if I was selling those tools, I would charge $497 a month just for the tools that they have in that inside Amazing Selling Machine. Those tools are that good. So you get a continuous access to them as well.
So while we're here, because I know we're getting, lots and lots of people signing up. So if you've already signed up or you're already in Amazing Selling Machine, maybe you already signed up before through Dory. If
It's
you could,
real.
I don't know how that came through, but if you could please post in the Q&A box that I'm in. Just let us know that you've already signed up, just so we can get a see what we're working with here. So if you can say I'm in the Q&A box, let us know that you already signed up, because I know a lot of people already have. Somebody actually asked, how could I find this thing? Oh, Lauren says, I ordered through Dory's page, asmbigbonus.org. Could not find where to use the reference code. You only need that if you're ordering by phone. Otherwise, you don't need that because it's automatically tracked. Just so I don't read out the wrong one. What is your affiliate tracking code, Dory?
1020.
So yeah, you just say
1020, yeah.
1020, or the letter A is in Apple, 1020. Either way, it doesn't really matter if you have the A there or not. If you need to order by phone, then just make sure they get that, because that'll allow you to get all of Dory's bonuses. But otherwise, you are good to go if you order online. Do not have to worry about that. Wow, we got a ton of people here. Ryan says, I am in. Greg says, I'm trying to get in. Well, Greg, we are here to help you get in. So don't worry about that. Sujan says, I am in. Lauren says, I am in via Dory's link. Abdil says, I'm in. Mike says, I'm in. Chad says, I'm in. Jocelyn says, I'm in, and very excited. She actually signed up last Thursday and still already here learning on these webinars. So great job, Jocelyn. You're going to be an amazing success. So Kay says, I'm in. Kay, another Kay, I guess, says, I'm in with, that's like 5 or 6 exclamation points. Shelly says, I'm in. Nathaniel, Victor, having to filter through some questions. Michael, Brian is in. Eli is in. Harry, the Spy Spot, I guess is what you entered your name as. That person's in too. So I got a quick question. Somebody asked, Kate asks, her and her daughter are both in. Wait, that's not the right person. But either way, somebody was asking, how do they get your bonuses, Dory? What's the easiest way to make that happen?
They can email us at support@seonitro.com, but on Monday we will email everybody.
All right, so I'll plug that in for everyone. Support@seonitro.com is how you, all right. So Jason, maybe you want to pull a question while I'm typing this in?
Yeah, as soon as we get all the email addresses, we will set up a
questions.
broadcast system and then start emailing everybody broadcasts.
All right.
Asking here, what's the best product to get into? There's really no product, and we've been, we've seen this time and time again, that I've had people come up to me and show me the product that they're selling, that they're killing it with, and it's something I would have never thought of. For me, what I recommend, the best product to sell is something that you actually like to sell. I made this mistake early on, that the first products I started selling weren't things that I really connected with and really wanted to be selling. So I do recommend you kind of look first for products that are something you might be interested in selling. Another thing that I like to do is I look for products that chances are they'll get easy, good reviews. Like one of the things, like for example, weight loss supplements. The problem with something like a weight loss supplement is that it's so speculative on who's using it. I mean, if the person's sitting there taking this weight loss pill and eating a cheeseburger, then of course, they're not going to get good results. But if you have something like a silicone spatula, it either it works or it doesn't work. So that's one of the criteria I always look at too is, is this an easy to use product that the results are pretty much guaranteed to work every time? But yeah, make sure you pick something that, you like to sell. It really does help. That is not obviously the only thing. I mean, you can get into any market whatsoever. And really every category sells well. We have people making a killing, selling in absolutely every category. Now, the problem with Amazon, though, is some categories, not a lot, but there are a couple categories like automotive and clothing and things like that that are called restrictive categories. Now, that doesn't mean you cannot sell in them. they just have, Amazon does require you to go through an application process to sell on those categories. But the other categories you can get into right away. So there's not really any one specific category that I'd ever recommend. It's more make sure it's something that you want to be selling and that you can get reviews.
Someone just mentioned, how about what we were going to talk about, that waterproof match kit some more, and just talk about some little SEO stuff on that. So that reminded me. So, Matt came up and, asked me what would it take to be number one on this? Because obviously there's an Amazon product that's already number one for this. So I just did a little bit digging around. I went to that URL, to that product. This is the one that's number one on Google. And you can imagine what kind of traffic they're getting for waterproof match kit for being number one on Google. And so I went to one of my spy tools, and you'll learn all about this, if you sign up under me. And we found out that they only had 79 links, external backlinks, and only 43 referring domains. Now, if you know SEO, that is easy to duplicate. Easy. So that's the kind of stuff you're going to learn how to do with me, is to learn to compete against these guys. And it's easy, especially with the tools and the bonuses that I have for you. When I saw this and I saw that's all it takes to rank, I was kind of amazed. Now, we will go into it a little bit further and look at their backlinks and how much authority they have and things like that. But I don't want to get too complicated for people that are really just starting out. But this just shows you how possible it is. It's just so there for the taking, because people are ranking and they don't even know what they're doing. So there you go on waterproof match kit.
Yeah, so just so everyone knows what that means is, like, she's talking about SEO and whatnot. Remember, that product is doing $5,500 a day in sales, 400 units, so $5,500 a day in sales. 30 days, every 30 days, it does $165,000 in sales every 30 days. Let's take that, I've got a little calculator, let's take that times with the low end, 30% profit margin, $49,000 a month in profit. Let's take 50% profit margin, $82,000 a month in profit, or 60% profit margin, $99,000 a month in profit from ranking for waterproof match kit. Which, Dory, according to Dory, I'm not the SEO expert. According to Dory, that's not too difficult to do. Jason and I have actually proved using SEO out for Amazon product listings. That's his background. Is that one time we were selling the exact same product on Amazon, really nothing different, just two different brands, but same exact price, comparable packaging, comparable images, and listing optimization. And on Amazon, for every major keyword we ever wanted to rank for, we were bouncing around between 1 and 2. But then his product, we were both doing well on Amazon. I think that product was both probably making at least, $500 a day or so for each of us. But then his product started just outselling the crap out of my product. Just on the numbers, you couldn't tell just by looking at Amazon. But because he was using SEO to rank in Google, which, as we know, Google loves Amazon, and so he was ranking in Google #1 for some extremely high-value keywords for that product because he did a little bit of SEO in his Amazon listing, outselling mine 4-1. So while I can't remember the numbers, it was a while back, but I may have been making $500 a day off that product. He was making $2,000 a day, same exact product, nothing else different, except he was applying the SEO stuff that you can learn by using Dory's bonuses and whatnot.
Yeah,
Which starts making me think, it's like after all this stuff closes down, we gotta hit up Dory to do some SEO for Amazon.
Yeah, and I want to repeat what Matt said. Google loves Amazon. I can't even say that loud enough. Google loves YouTube. Google loves Facebook. So these are the easy properties to rank now. It's not, where we can't rank individual properties like we used to be able to, but we can rank Amazon and YouTube and all those authority type of sites really incredibly easy. When I do it for you too, we're going to negotiate on a keyword, because there is no guarantees in SEO. I have to put it out put that out there too. And you can just see, even with this #1 listing right here for people that in the know, 43 referring domains. That is child's play, really. So
cool.
That's my soapbox.
I mean, I really don't. I think we've kind of covered all the questions. I don't know if there's really anything else, that we haven't covered here, Matt.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm answering a few privately, but they're not really applicable to everyone.
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody that this is closing tomorrow night. These guys will not open it again. You know, you can't get in it Saturday. You can't get in Sunday. You got to get in tonight or tomorrow. And that bonus where I showed you how to get on Instant Google, I'm going to only talk to you about that if you sign up tonight. That is I'm not sharing that with anybody else. That's only if you sign up tonight or if you've already signed up and you're on this call. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to do it for free at my cost for you, and we're going to talk about that in my 20-minute chat because it's the Willy Wonka golden ticket there. So I just want to put that out. So if you're even thinking about it, get on tonight, and that's going to get you that particular anonymous bonus. One of those anonymous bonuses that I have. So come talk to us. We're on live chat at asmbigbonus.org. Amy and I are answering questions for probably a couple hours. That's probably how busy we'll be answering questions. So come on in and talk to us. I want to thank you guys for coming on again. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate what you're doing for the industry, how many success stories that you've created. Like I've said before, I've never seen so much money being made by students at any time in my experience on the internet. And I've been selling online since 2000. So my hat's off to you guys. So thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very
And yeah,
much. Dave.
thanks everyone for joining us. There's been tons and tons of people that have already joined up. Just got another one who just popped in literally at the same exact minute. Still says 8:42. We're in Central Time. Marco says, I've done it. Already purchased the course. So you're already inside. So great to have you with us. Kelly posted just 2 minutes ago, I am in. So remember, everything shuts down tomorrow. Doors are closed for good. Tomorrow is Friday, but do not wait till tomorrow. Sign up right now. Like Dory said, if you have any other questions, I'm sure they know the answers. They're available on live chat. How do people access that live chat? They just go to asmbigbonus.org and there's a link
Yeah, on
there.
the right-hand side, lower corner, a live chat comes up and says, hi, how can we help you?
Okay, cool, perfect. So yeah, they're available there. But yeah, we look forward to seeing you inside. Hopefully everyone got some great valuable information out of this. Hopefully we see a lot more of you inside. Everything shuts down tomorrow, so do not wait much longer because that is it. That's it for me now. Thanks for letting me be here, and I will see you all soon.
All right, thanks you
Yeah,
guys.
Dory, thank you very much for allowing us to be here. Again, I really appreciate it, and you guys are in great hands with Dory. This is, a fantastic bonus that she has together. I look forward to seeing you all inside the membership site, and have a wonderful day.
All right, thanks. Bye.